Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to the station. My name is Lucas, and today I have Keith and Luke with me. Together, we are the core members of Game Train. What is Game Train, you might ask?
So Game Train sort of just came about from us just wanting to share our passion of gaming with everyone, just on a wider platform. So gaming's pretty much been a really integral part of our relationships growing up, or friendships, I should say. Luke used to come over when we were, oh, in year six or something, so 11 years old, and have Halo nights with custom games and everything. And that's sort of what kicked off my passion for multiplayer games, and just wanted to share that with other people, really.
Yeah, well, that's definitely what kicked off my love for multiplayer games. It was that and like Nintendo 64 games with my sister and my cousins and things like that.
Good old Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was pretty much solely Mario Kart or
Yeah,
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Yeah,
I remember those two very well from your place.
yeah, the go-tos. Then again, I had like the pod racing style. But anyway,
Mm.
point is, uh, we want to be an. Uh, we don't want to just be another kind of gaming channel. We want to use Game Train as a way to do things we enjoy and share it with you guys as well. So hopefully there's something for everyone. Lately we've been doing things like all sorts of board games or like kind of card games, not necessarily just board ones. In real life games like gel blasting or it's like a game type we play. Keep
So,
what's it called?
TTT for short. Yeah.
There we
Trouble
go.
in Terrace Town, it's called. So I think it originated from Gary's Mod, which is a very old PC sandbox game,
Okay.
and we just sort of adapted it to a real life gel blasting thing. So,
It's good fun.
yeah,
Yeah, we strap on some GoPros for that and we run around. Yeah, just shooting each other. We're doing things like that. Lego builds. Keith's mainly been focusing on that, but I've got a few boxes that I want to give to him, and that we can hopefully do on
Awesome.
streams. And we're working on some computer games. Like we've all built computers or bought decent computers during this whole COVID thing, so we want to kind of make use of that and include
Yeah.
like I'm not sure if you can see it. I've got a little box with my VR in it just back here. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
pretty keen on with this game train. So hope you guys can enjoy it with us.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically, we wanted to take the chance today to share with you a few things we are personally real excited for and what you can expect from the channel in the future in a little bit less of a formal way. With that being said, guys, what are you guys looking forward to this year?
Yeah, it's as I mentioned before, Halo was a big one for me. Like getting into gaming was the original Halo Combat Evolved was
Yeah.
the first console game I ever played. I think, other than Nintendo 64 with
Yeah.
Luke at his place. So Halo Infinite hopefully coming out at the end of this year, unless it gets delayed again. Yeah, it's just the next installment of the game that sort of kicked off my passion for gaming. So that's probably number one on my list. I don't know what number one on your list is, but
Oh, look, I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite as well. Like, it's not my big one because I didn't really enjoy the last one was Halo
Halo
Five.
Five, yeah,
It was kind of tainted for me, you know. The
yeah,
fact that you have Master Chief who's this big the quintessential character of Halo, and he takes a back seat the whole thing. You're like,
yeah.
so,
I agree
but
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And again,
So yeah, yeah. Oh no, you got it.
I was just gonna say like I've never really played. I might get crucified for this. I never played the Halo storylines. I think I've only played
Mm,
maybe one or two of them. Um, so I never really got into it in terms of the storyline because one of the first ones I was introduced to was I think it was ODST, and it was just
Uh,
I couldn't stand it.
it's one of those ones you
Uh,
either love or hate.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so. Yeah,
I'm more on the hate of that one.
exactly. Uh, but like it's the multiplayer side of it that I just love. So
Yeah, that's it for me as
Yeah,
well. The custom games, I remember making a couple of maps on Halo 3 on that sandbox. I think the map was actually called Sandbox for that
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
the desert one, eh?
Yeah, and there was that little like hole that you could delete in the middle of the map, and it'd drop you into that
Yeah,
like long basement. I remember doing one in there where the only way that you could get a kill point was to splatter people with ghosts or choppers, and
yeah,
they were like every type of grenade like in the middle of it. So like if you didn't have a vehicle, you could use like a man cannon that like set up in the corners that like launch you into the middle, and then you could like land on grenades and actually like, kill people in the choppers or ghosts, but it
yeah.
wouldn't actually like, give you a point. You had to get into a vehicle and splatter people.
Okay.
That was always
Yeah.
a fun one.
Look me in the eyes when you're talking to me, by the way.
Lost eye contact.
But yeah, I'm looking in terms of multiplayer games. I'm looking forward to things like the new Battlefield game coming out.
Yes.
It's a modern one again. We've had some of the I think it was World War One and World War Two. Was
Yeah,
it?
Battlefield 1 was World War
Yeah.
1, and then Battlefield
Yeah,
5 was World War 2.
I just loved flying around jets and stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah, and
definitely.
helicopters, loved it. So really looking forward to that.
Mm.
Really hoping that these guys will someday get a VR as well, so I can play some multiplayer games with
Yeah,
them. Uh,
definitely on the books.
um, but things like it came with the VR, but Half-Life Alex. Oh my god, amazing
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
They've recently modded the VR-less version of that, so you can play it without VR now.
Oh damn,
Oh,
I would
Yeah.
recommend it. It's good fun. I think it's probably made for VR, but like
Yeah.
the mechanics of it all are just amazing. Like you reach out and like you can flick something towards you from like the other side. Oh, it's just yeah, you
Yeah.
have to play it to experience it. It's
I
next level.
understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me there's a cooking simulator. I'm not a very good chef, so that could be beneficial. I'm also studying to be a teacher, so it's all about education. Um, being a lifelong learner, my lecturers would love that.
That's like one of the big things I hated that part of thing. Is like, what's it, lifelong loving learner or something like that? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that.
I did my time at uni. That's me done learning.
Finally come back.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm excited to finish it and get it all done. But I am more excited to play games and have fun with you guys. So
yeah.
yeah, and to share that with everyone who wants to enjoy it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to, Lucas?
So there's this little unknown game that like most of the people I've talked about it to don't really know it, but it's called Biomutant,
Mm.
and it's real based on like customizing your character and playing like the way you want to play. And basic premise of the game is that there's like this giant like tree of life in the middle of the map, and to like finish the game, you have to like follow the roots out of it, and there's like basically the end of the roots are being are under attack from like the bosses. So you have to follow each of the routes to find the bosses and kill the bosses, and it seems like something different in a world where so many of the games we have these today are
Yeah.
following that same sort of formula.
Yeah.
Something different's huge for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going
That's
against the
coming
norm.
out fairly soon as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of gone quiet, which I think means it is really soon. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Going off
no, what were you gonna say?
the single player games, or like staying on the path of single player games, the Elder Scrolls 6. I know it's not got a release date yet, and I don't think it will for quite some time, but
Xbox exclusive.
yes, or Game Pass exclusive.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if it
So
will be forever, or
yeah,
I think it might be a time-based one. But Elder Scrolls 5, or Skyrim, better known as, was the first one of the series that I actually played, and just fell in love with that. I actually started another playthrough, probably 2 months ago, and it's taken a bit of a backseat just from grinding those 69 wins on Apex. Oh, God. But I'm definitely keen to play that when it comes out, and I just hope it lives up to my like expectations. Even if it's as good as Skyrim, I would be over the moon. Like if it just felt like a DLC for Skyrim, but a full length game,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
be extremely happy with that because Skyrim's in like top 3 favorite games I've ever played. So
Yeah. And you were talking about what was it, Hogwarts, the
yeah. So
Hogwarts Legacy
yeah,
or something as well? I remember you
yeah,
talking about that.
Hogwarts Legacy I think is supposed to be coming out at the end of the year. Along
Wait,
with
a Harry
Yeah.
Potter game?
Yeah, so there's like
Yeah.
an open world like Harry Potter game. It's not same era as like Harry and all them, but I think it's like when Hogwarts is like first started or something. But yeah, like Harry Potter's sort of I wouldn't say a big part of my growing up, but it was definitely in it, sort of just growing up at the same time as the actors, like throughout the movies. Like
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
were like a year younger than they were supposed to be at school or
Yeah.
something, and so yeah,
Yeah,
like
I think we were kind of connected to them in one way or another. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
or at
especially
least,
when it like
yeah.
first came out because Harry had a bowl cut and so did I. Thanks, mum and dad. Love
Someone
you for
Bring it
pointed out
back.
too, like they kind of like follow the steps that teenagers kind of, well, like high school kids normally do. They start with like that bowl cut, longish hair. Then
Yeah,
as they get older, they kind of gets a little bit shorter and a little more
yeah,
uh,
Mm.
like functional rather than like
yeah,
just long and, yeah.
yeah. So I'm definitely keen to play that one, and it's obviously coming out a lot sooner than like Elder Scrolls 6 is. So I'll probably say that on my Twitch channel a lot sooner.
That's reminded me because you were building the Lego Hogwarts thing recently.
Yeah,
It's like Star Wars Lego. It's been delayed, but
yeah.
so looking forward to that.
Oh,
I haven't told you guys yet, but I recently like a whole bunch of the Lego games were on sale. Oh yeah, the Lego Hogwarts right there.
Sorry if you could hear all the Lego tipping and that.
Yeah, on the marketplace on Xbox the other day, there was a whole bunch of Lego things on sale. So I ended up
went
buying,
hard.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Batman, the DC villains, and the Harry
Yeah.
Potter ones.
Yeah.
Haven't played them yet, but yeah. So I've got a whole bunch of Lego games to get through.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
It'll be fun.
How many players are they? Are they up? Are they only 2-player?
So 4, I think, some of them.
So
It
4.
depends on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
played a few of them with Seth, my nephew.
Alright. Actually, Harry Potter would make sense to be 3 because there's Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
Yeah.
God, I can't forget
got
that name.
Scabbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to play as Hagrid, dude.
yeah. Turn people into pigs or give them a pigtail.
Yeah. What you call it? One of the other ones, and I think I've copped a lot of slack from this with a few of my mates that play on PC and that sort of stuff. Is that I'm actually still really looking forward to playing Cyberpunk. I haven't played it yet. I've stayed away from like story spoilers and everything like that, and like I follow the patch notes to like see if the game is up to what I like had pictured in my head, basically. And
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get into it, and the fact that it's like slowly coming along to what was like originally promised is like reassuring for me.
Yeah. Good.
That's my
Yeah, I
thing.
haven't yet either, and I'm looking forward to it. So
Yeah, over the last probably 4 years, I've overhyped games that I shouldn't have. No Man's Sky is a very big one. I bought a PlayStation for that game and played it for a week and then never touched the PlayStation again because of it. Now, Anthem was another one. Absolutely amazing gameplay in it. Just no content after you finished it. And unfortunately, EA have decided to pull the pin on the remake of it, or the re-release of it, I should say, not remake. So.
Before we segue too much on the subject of No Man's Sky, I swear to God, it's a lot better on the PC. Even then, like it's a bit rough.
It's. I remember playing it again on Xbox, like with you guys, probably this time last year or so, maybe 8 months ago, maybe not that long ago, but it it was better than it was on the PlayStation release. It just left such a bad taste in my mouth that I just
Yeah.
could not get back into it like I
I
was like when it first came out. Like it was fun for a couple of days, like really like addictive, and then it just got repetitive. Just go to the next planet, mine, go to a space station, sell your stuff so you can upgrade your ship, next planet, and repeat. Like,
Mm. Yeah, I never really got in, like, because I played a little bit with you guys and I still just didn't really get into it. But
yeah,
To be
it
honest,
is one of those games
like,
where I think a lot of people can get into it. Sorry, what'd you say there?
sorry, yeah, I spoke over you. I just love flying around the ship,
Yeah,
like particularly with the mouse. It was just like, I don't know, it felt a lot better using a mouse than using
yeah.
the sticks when I was flying that.
yeah.
I think that's probably why you're looking forward to Battlefield 6 so much if you like the flying.
And
Because the
if
planes and the helicopters are so much better in the modern day battlefields
flying
than
with the
the
joystick,
yes.
I
I'm
would love
surprised you haven't got into Star
Flight
Wars
Sim.
Squadrons.
He did play it, didn't
Yeah,
he?
well, no one else got it.
Yeah.
I think it's on Game Pass because it's with the
It's
EA
EA
thing.
Play
So
or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
I'll probably end up installing it, giving it a
Yeah.
go.
Because like
Yeah,
I love
because apparently that's a really good flight like simulator sort of for like Star Wars ships, obviously.
yeah. The old
well, I've got Flight Sim
Battlefront
anyway, and that's coming
games.
to Xbox Game Pass, like for console soon. So
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
true.
yeah, I don't know if it's cross compatible or anything, but
Yeah.
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 I don't see why it wouldn't be. It seems to be,
I don't even know if it's multiplayer to be honest.
yeah, yeah, that's true actually. I only remember getting in a plane and going to turn and just blowing it up straight away when I played it at your place.
Or like trying to bank too hard, it's just you have overstressed the vehicle.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Just goes black. You can't even like crash it.
I think
Sorry.
the last like I it's kind of two games, but I see it as one because I'm not sure if one's coming. But the last like game I'm looking forward to is whatever is coming out Zelda wise in 2021. I know 100% that there's a Skyward Sword remake, which I didn't play a whole lot of Skyward Sword because it was a lot of like motion controls and stuff, and I just kind of wasn't digging that at the time. So the fact that that's coming out on Switch now, I'm like, yo, give it to me.
Yeah.
And then Breath of the Wild 2. If Breath of the Wild 2 drops this year, I am going to drop far too much time into that game. Breath of the Wild 1, being able to like play it handheld or on my TV it's honestly one of the like best games I've ever played. Like in my top 10 by far, easy. Yeah, so
Yeah, I've never been a like Nintendo person. I've never owned a like
yeah.
Nintendo 64 or a Wii or a Switch or anything like that. So I can't really comment too much on those, unfortunately. I know
Yeah.
they're good games though. Like I've heard like nothing but good things, and the reviews say it's like an awesome game. So I'm not dissing it by any means. So
No, I think one of my favorite things about Nintendo and like that whole Nintendo is the brand, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
losing
Yeah.
my mind. Okay, good. Like all their party games, like playing
Super Mario
Smash,
Party.
get everyone together, play some Smash Bros, some Mario Kart, like
Yeah.
those ones where you're all just messing around with each other and you're all laughing, you're all having fun.
Yeah.
That wouldn't
Nintendo's
be a
always been very much for the players sort of thing. Like I know that was like I think it was a PlayStation motto last generation, but like that's very much Nintendo's thing is like everything has to be centered around having fun, and I love that idea around games.
Like it's a console for the living room, like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
everyone's gonna be. Like you're all involved. I think.
yeah,
That wouldn't be a bad one to do. It's like a Smash Bros. Tournament one time or something. Just all of us on a
yeah,
couch and just, yeah, just sort of like a, no, not a round robin, sort of like a knockout to have like 8 people or something, 4 fight in one game, and then the like
Yeah.
top 3 like move on or something. Like whoever's eliminated first is out, and go
Yeah,
until
yeah.
it's like a 1v1 at the end to crown a winner. That'd be pretty fun, I reckon.
I'll take my crown. I'll take my crown.
Yeah, I'm gonna absolutely suck. I'll be last in it without a doubt. It'll just be fun to see.
Get you a
I'll
Kirby.
play Jigglypuff.
Oh
man.
yeah,
I'll play
Kirby,
Jigglypuff.
that jumping down and be turned into a brick. It's about my extent of my skill on that game. I have to be someone that can fly or like multiple jump. I can't be someone that just jumps once.
Oh well, so talking about like stuff that would be good for us to do. What's some things that we've already like possibly filmed or we're going to film that you guys are really looking forward to? So for me,
Oh.
I've really enjoyed playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf,
Yes,
and
it's very fun.
I
game.
can't wait till we can get some of that footage out there to everyone because I think
Yeah.
like it plays really well. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of
Yeah, it's
all
good
the
fun,
board games I've ever played with people, and I've played that one with a lot of people now, like family members, like friends. Jess's friend, Jess is my partner. For anyone that doesn't know, I played it with her like work friends as well, and we went there for a games night a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, "Oh, did you bring that game?" Like everyone that I've ever played that game with absolutely loves it. It's such a fun game. So yeah, I'm keen to share that one as well. But going to like now, what I'm looking forward to that we've already filmed or have plans on filming. Might sound like a bit of a cop out, but pretty much like everything that we've filmed or have in the pipe work, I'm looking forward to. Otherwise, I sort of wouldn't have done it.
yeah,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it is sort of a cop out saying like everything, but definitely, yeah, like One Night Ultimate Werewolf and probably the gel blasting. That's just sort of like throws like another like element into all this stuff as well.
yeah,
Like we've got the video games and board games, and then the gel blasting is just like completely different, and it's just so
Yeah.
much fun just shooting
Yeah.
like your friends and my brother and
Basically, yeah, it's
Put it
it's,
in a
it's
game.
things that we enjoy and things that we think we're gonna have fun doing. So
sorry.
yeah, why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
uh, what was it? There's another one that you guys have told me it's similar to like Civ, Civ 6.
Catan.
Oh,
Board
Catan.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, Settlers of Catan, is it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we haven't played that
Mate.
yet. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, you whipping it out. Look at all the Legos up the top. He's got some. How many board games?
Hold it up, right, Keith? Come on.
For context,
Yeah, that's
Yes,
another
we've
good
got
one. That's just
many board games in there.
for context, Settlers of Catan got me through like lockdown last year. Like
Yeah,
me
I
and my
remember.
flatmates played it every day, pretty much.
I remember
It's-
sending you messages like, "Oh, like you want to play Apex?" Like, because like Luke might be at work or something. You'd be in lockdown, and I wasn't working last year, and so like me and Lucas were home like a lot, and he'd just say like, "Oh, give me like 2 hours or something. We just got to finish Catan," and then like the same thing next day. Oh, I'm playing Catan. I still haven't played it actually. It's out of the plastic at least, but yeah,
it's really enjoyable and like
yeah.
I think it's one of those games that where like you can play with people who aren't really confident in board games and it still be a really enjoyable game because they like funnily enough doing dumb stuff in the game can ruin someone's like major plans and it creates that like chaos which
Yeah.
like makes games awesome, you know.
throws the spanner in the works kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I'm also really keen. I know we've talked about it earlier, is that doing our streams and that sort of thing. But I still haven't really got into my streams, and that's me being pure lazy at this stage. But
Oh, you also.
for me, I really want to. Sorry?
Oh, I was going to say, it's not you being lazy. I mean, you've got a laptop. Like, you have to wait until you got back into Australia from, like, New Zealand. So,
Yeah.
anyone that doesn't know, Lucas is a footy player and flies over to, like, New Zealand every year for probably, 10 months? Even maybe
I
Yeah.
think
11
it's easy.
sometimes.
It's say flies to Australia for like
Yeah, fly to
Yeah.
Australia for $50 now, eh?
Yeah. And
seafair
so,
in us. So
yeah, so you're waiting to get back here to buy a laptop because it's like $500 cheaper for the exact same laptop in Australia than it is in like New Zealand. So it's not like you were being lazy, you're sort of being smart with the money that you could have saved. And so you've only been
Yeah.
in New Zealand for a month and you're like straight into the footy season. So I wouldn't say it's lazy as such, but
Yeah, so I'm kind of on a full-time schedule with rugby, so
Hmm.
for me, it's going to be finding that time around rugby to get into my own groove of things and get into streaming because I do love playing and I love talking to people. So
Hmm.
those things going together is obviously a match made.
yeah,
I have a few games that I've been like really keen to play that I've kind of like put on the back burner purely for streaming, and that's like Hotline Miami, Carrion, Control, and then yeah, obviously I talked about Cyberpunk as well. So if I can get into that and stream that, and then I want to play some like multiplayer games with you guys as well, so we
yeah,
can just get as much content out there as
yeah,
possible. I know, like that we're going to enjoy.
yeah.
yeah,
I think the multiplayer one for us would be Battlefield 6. I
Yeah,
don't know what the plans are with squads, but normally they're 4 people, are they? So if we
yeah,
have us
yeah,
three and someone else like Brandon or something, if it's cross-plat, Brandon's
yeah,
another one of our mates that joins us for probably almost all the, I don't know, almost all the board game videos that we've done. I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
yeah.
So
Well,
Um,
he's
Brandon's got his
a
own
streamer.
Twitch stuff as well. Yeah,
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 you'll be able to
exactly.
find his info in the descriptions of the videos that he's in as well. But
yeah,
pretty sure we host him as well. So if you want to find it earlier, you can go to our Twitch sites. But keeping on streaming, I can't find the boxes just now. But
So
I'm
while you find the boxes, I'll just talk about something as well. If
sounds
you
good.
want, yeah.
Actually, I might
So
find it.
as Keith alluded to there, with Game Train, it's not just us. We like to bring in our friends that want to collaborate with us, want to work with us. Some of them are streamers, some aren't. Some are just
Yeah,
everyday people that want to enjoy some time and that sort of thing. So
yeah,
Kind of,
every now and again, people will pop in and out. So yeah,
yeah,
yeah, like-minded people. Yeah,
yeah,
people
yeah,
with similar interests or
yeah,
just enjoying having a little bit of fun.
yeah.
Hmm.
I managed to stretch and get the boxes. Luke, I mentioned this to Lucas last night, but I haven't told you yet. You know these sets. I do Lego streams, mainly Star Wars ones. I've got a like Harry Potter castle, the one I held up earlier. Like 37 bags, and Jess and I built that together for 7.5 hours or something. Got through 14, so not even halfway through yet. So that's one of them. But Luke, challenge you to a build off. Whoever can build it faster. so, so
Oh,
that's
that's
coming up.
it.
Yeah, so that's one that I want to do with you. So
And I feel like you haven't even watched the episode that one's from. You don't even
no,
know.
no, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm on season 5, I think, and like towards the end of it, it's the
Yeah.
rebels on Endor. So it's up to that part.
yeah,
But yeah, the thing that I like, sort of my content that I'm looking forward to is like streaming wise, it's probably more the Lego builds than anything. I mainly stream like Apex Legends, and the thing that I go for is like 69 wins a season with a certain character. So there's Lifeline has got season 1, 2, and 3 with the 69 wins, and you can display up to like 3 trackers. And so whenever I'm champion, people say like 69, 69, 69. Bangalore's got 1 through 6, and then Horizon's got 7 and 8 because she's only been out since season 7. But I'm starting to take a back pedal from Apex now. I've been playing it for not since day
Yeah.
1, so just over 2 years now.
yeah, just over 2 years.
Yeah, and I think they just need some more content for that and fix some bugs. So I'll go back to it every season and try out all the stuff and still stream it like every now and then. But I think I'm going to try and focus on Lego builds and maybe the Skyrim character that I started, that I mentioned earlier. I started that like 2 months ago and haven't streamed it for probably almost a month now, I reckon. So get back into that some more now that I'm working again. What about you guys? What are you guys looking forward to?
Is there anything else you're looking forward to, Luke?
I think I've mentioned most of it, but like really for me, like most of the time when I jump on the console, it's to play with you guys. Like I'm in it for the chat. I'm in it for the social aspect. I just want to have fun with my friends.
Yeah. And that's pretty much like the whole point of this thing. It's just showing us just having fun together, really, and hoping that it can sort of inspire other people to do the same.
Because it's always good. Like I find like some of the best times where you just get everyone together, and particularly those board games and things like that. It's just a night full of laughter and deception, which is fantastic.
So it might be a little bit like sociopathic, having so much fun lying to so many of your friends. It's definitely a fun time. I reckon we can play those games for like hours on end and probably like still not get bored. The only reason we stop is because it's like late or maybe like early morning.
Yeah, well, with all that being said, I think that's about all we have time for today. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone for watching. If you enjoyed what what you've seen today, please give us a like, comment down and below what you'd like to see from us. Subscribes really help and that sort of thing. So we'd love to know what you're looking forward to, any suggestions. But now, thank you everyone. It's time for us to leave the station. So, choo choo.
So
Bye.